if he's fit, no one can stop them.
Well, he's about anything is possible.
It's a competition which I think players love to play in.
The first City game then of 2024. 2023 was some year, wasn't it, eh? What was the highlight for you? I mean, for me, beating United, because I'm a Mancunian, I've been watching City all my life. Beating United at Wembley in the FA Cup final was pretty special. That early goal from İlkay Gundogan was a real magic moment. I know there were so many different moments in 2023, but that'll take some beating. So here we are at the start of another FA Cup campaign against Huddersfield Town in the third round of the FA Cup. Don't want to sound arrogant, don't want to sound entitled, but you would expect City to win this game today, wouldn't you? But what does the FA Cup mean in this day and age, in the 2024? Does it still mean as much, especially to City fans who've seen them win everything now? Let's find out today.
The FA Cup means to me glamour, the most spectacular day in the calendar, the Wembley leading. I wish I could have done it, and I think every footballer that's born, that is one of the main things that they would like to do. And even some great players have never been to Wembley, and it's such a glamorous occasion, and at the end of the season, fantastic.
Beating United at Wembley in the FA Cup final last year was one of my highlights in 2023.
Oh yes, and particularly the way in which they won it too, and what a spectacular year last year. It's the club to fulfil its potential this season. After all the years I've been associated, 70 years I've been associated with the club. I first signed on for them in 1953, and to see that last year was happier than any other town I've ever been. To see them not just win, but the way they won, the way they played, the way they behaved, spectacular.
Could we do it again this year?
Possible, yeah. It's been very difficult to reignite, but with Pep, I think everything's possible, because I think he's a man of destiny. I said that when he first came, because as you know, I dealt with astrology. I used to write in City's programme, and when I looked at his chart and saw that he was an ambitious Capricorn, he was a Capricorn, he's ambitious, he also had his Mars in Scorpio, which is the planet of energy. So if you put the ambition of Capricorn, leadership sign, with the energy, that's Pep. That is Pep, and I think with him, well, he's about anything is possible. He's the best coach that's ever been, in my opinion.
It's probably the best English competition, I think.
More important than the Premier League?
It's the excitement of the FA Cup. No, I don't think so, but it's always a good laugh, especially for the away fans coming here today. They had a good crowd on the tram coming up. So.
And of course, City won it last year and did it in style by beating the Reds at Wembley.
12
that was
seconds.
Pretty special, wasn't it?
Yeah, 12 seconds. Amazing, mate. Yeah, amazing.
You think they can do it again this year?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, every confidence of them getting to the final again.
I mean, on paper, this is a relatively straightforward win, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the FA Cup, so you never know what to expect, do you? I'm just hoping they can pull it out of the bag today.
History, heritage, pride, really, and just just a competition that's really important to real football fans of the British football, I think. Yeah.
I mean, when I was going as a youngster, it meant everything. These days, it seems to have been overshadowed by the Champions League, by the Premier League. Do you see it that way?
I don't think so. I think first time going to Wembley and stuff. It means. I mean, look at the turnout today. It's really important for the fans, and it's great for the British Football League. I think, for us to play different levels of football and different levels of teams and clubs. think, and a chance to get to Wembley. I think everybody's up for it. So yeah, I think Champions League's amazing, but this is still so important to the club, to the heritage of the city, and where we need to be at the top of the tree, really.
And you're taking the opportunity to bring your youngster for the first time,
Yeah,
is that right?
I am. This little Abel, Abel. It's a bit scared. Scared of all these people.
Well, you never know, could be bitten by the bug and be still doing it in 50 years from me.
Hopefully, that's the aim. But yeah, I mean, I think we all remember our first game, don't we? In the atmosphere, it's a little bit intimidating to a little lad. But yeah, but there's something special that remain with you for forever, isn't it? It's that feeling. So yeah. So hopefully he has a big win today to give him that bug. We'll see. But yeah.
When City used to be like Division 2 and all that, it was a big cup for City then and all that sort of stuff, so it helped a lot of lower league clubs climb and reach good potential. So I think it's a really important trophy for some people, but obviously...
Isn't it important to you?
Yeah, I think it's important because that's what... I know I'm still growing up, but that is one of the trophies that when I was younger, they were the trophies that we were winning, not like the Champions League and then the Club World Cup. That's the sort of trophies that lower trophies like winning the domestic ones.
So as a younger fan, is this an important game to you?
Yeah, it's like every game, innit? Every game's important, like, because it's a trophy at the end of the day, innit? Yeah,
What about you
I mean, it's just like a break from normal league action, innit? And it gives every player best, gives Pep a chance to like settle them and rest them. So obviously, we'll probably see some like youth players today. Now we can get back Newcastle next week and hopefully go on to win the league and the FA Cup and maybe another treble.
Fancy another trip to Wembley then?
Yeah, down to Wembley a couple of times this season. Carabao, FA, and then I reckon we'll get to the final at least in Champions League.
I've been watching Man City all my life, and the FA Cup is absolutely tremendous. We've been so many times and sat in that pub, the Green Man, across the way, few beers. The best one was obviously the United one, but the chicken jerk in the Green Man was absolutely amazing that day. Come on, City.
Are they going to do it again this year?
I don't see why not. Now we get Kevin back, but my big worry with Kevin coming back, what's going to happen to Phil? Phil's played his best football for Man City this year, and I'm just worried that he'll get his nose put out of joint. We've got Doku playing well. Jack's up against it now. So I tell you what, we've got a great opportunity. And a game like today, give the lads a chance and let's see where we go from here.
It's brilliant. It's the one thing I think as a kid for me, certainly growing up in Ireland, was the match. You knew it was on the telly all the time, so it brings back the memories of all the joint killing and all that sort of stuff, and it's a competition which I think players love to play in, so the third round of it is one of the most special days of the season.
Have you got a happiest FA Cup memory?
I didn't do great in the FA Cup, to be honest. I think the Spurs game with City was probably one of the most amazing games of football that I've ever been involved in, so to be part of that was brilliant.
City should win this today, shouldn't they?
I would imagine so, yeah. I think they've got a fairly strong side out, and they're getting back into the top form and starting to motor now, and I think they'll have far too much for Huddersfield today.
It means a lot to me personally. I know some people might think different, but it's a big trophy, and to me it means a lot, and it's good to win it back to back.
You're up at Middlesbrough normally, so you travel a long way regularly. The FA Cup's no less important then.
To me it's important, but to a lot of people it might not be, because after the Premier League it's the second biggest trophy in England. I'd love to win it, and it's a day at Wembley as well, which is always nice.
Feeling confident today?
Yeah, I am. I've looked at the team there. It's a good team, and it should be enough to win. You've got to go 5-0 City.
Really?
Yeah. It'd be good to see KDB back. He's on the bench today. I think he'll come on and he'll make it. It's good to have him back. It's been such a loss. Like when we drew against Liverpool, I was here for that game. It was a massive loss. We need players like that in games against Liverpool's, Arsenal's, your Tottenham's. Like when we drew against Tottenham as well, because he can make them killer passes to Haaland, and it totally changes the game. You see how good they were against Arsenal last season. They've had the show. So yeah, it's good to see him back.
It's an opportunity for all the teams to compete against each other with a chance to get to Wembley. And it's just a special game, isn't it?
So it's still a special game to you then?
Yes, very, very special.
Well, I think City are glad they got the 2 goals. It was obviously Huddersfield have come to frustrate. You know, they're getting 11 men behind the ball, defending 20-25 yards outside their own box. But I think the 2 goals were good. You know, I think Foden's finish was a fantastic finish. Alvarez, a poacher's goal in there, but the move to him, I think City's speeded the tempo up a little bit, which obviously created the opportunities. But no, I think they'll be glad to get to be 2-0 up.
Comfortable game. I thought Huddersfield didn't really give us anything really.
A lot of good signs from young players as well though, weren't there?
Yeah, Oscar Bob played well. Gomez, impressed with him today. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say really.
Well, obviously the big story I think is Kevin De Bruyne being back as he creates assist as well.
Nice to see him getting an assist, weren't it? You know, great to see him back really, and obviously the business end coming up now. You know, we've got Doku back, we've got Kevin De Bruyne back. Things are looking good, aren't they?
Oh, good day at the office, wasn't it? 5-0, De Bruyne back, Doku back. How amazing is Doku, by the way? What did you say Doku was like? You said he was like a spring chicken. He was unbelievable when it comes on the movement and De Bruyne. The rest of the Premier League be worried because City are back and City are ready to win another title.
It's only one more game now in the near future against Newcastle. A bit of a pity in a way, isn't it?
Well, it is because we're playing so well. I think the Club World Cup really helps us as well. But, you know, I'm hopeful. But I think the players will need a rest as well because they've been away and, you know, so they've been playing more games than everyone else. So they can enjoy the rest and get ready to go in the new year fully.
I thought it was okay. I mean, it was hard to play against 10 people in the defending, aren't it? But I thought we played well. I think it was good to bring Kevin on. Some people really worried about that, but he has to come in sometime, don't he? So yeah, I enjoyed it.
It looked like he'd never been away. I mean, he created an assist straight away, didn't he?
Apart from when Doku scored, it took him a bit of a different time to come over, didn't he? When he was jogging a bit, but yeah, it's good to see him back, to see Doku back. I think not been talked about because Haaland and Kevin being out, so I think everybody should be scared because we've got them all back now.
You think 2024 could be as good as 2023?
Yeah, why not? Champions League final at Wembley. I missed it because I was in hospital this year. So I've already booked.
Fingers crossed for you then.
Already booked my hotel.
First 30 minutes, God, they made it hard for us. What was it, 5-4-1, playing against a brick wall. The patience for this club, that's all we had, patience, and the goals came, didn't they?
I love seeing all the new talent that they've got. I think Sergio Gomez played a great game, nice to see him back. And just great to see the young lads coming on and just infiltrating, of course. What do you say about Kevin? Oh, Kevin De Bruyne, he's back, everybody.
He's like new talent now, isn't he?
Oh, what? He's amazing. Yeah. Good. 5-0. Onwards, upwards, next
Bring on
week.
2024, eh?
Absolutely. Yeah. Here we go.
So are City going to be the team in 2024 like they were in 2023?
Do you know what? It's really funny because you know, I think a lot of us have always said, well, you know, this season it might be a little bit different, you know, because Liverpool are playing really well and they're getting players in that they've had a bit of transition. They've got new players in and they've started to do really well. And then I sat here this afternoon and Kevin De Bruyne came on, and it was first of all like the reception you'd expect for Harry Styles when he turns up at a concert. It was like God had arrived. It was brilliant. And then he comes on and you just think to yourself, if he's fit, no one can stop them. It's unbelievable, really, isn't it? How much of an influence that he has on a team. I mean, I know it's only Huddersfield today, and people will say, and that's no disrespect to Huddersfield, but obviously they're struggling in the Championship. And I know that it was an easy introduction to him, but when he's at full tilt, how do you stop Kevin De Bruyne? I mean, he is just something different. Foden was excellent.
obviously. I really like Oscar Bob. I think he was, very good again today, and he's a good option for the future. I hope we see more and more of him. Rico Lewis just slots in wherever he's required. They've not got a bad squad, have they?
And I think a nice summing up contribution from Sam Matterface, not only from TalkSport, but also, of course, the voice of Dancing on Ice on British TV. Thanks very much to everybody for supporting the vlogs that I do. Nice to see Kevin De Bruyne back, isn't it? And of course, a big thank you to the sponsors that I have. Very much appreciated. Timpson, who you know all about anyway, motoringoffencelawyers.com, RRG Group, and a special mention to Blues in Business, who are a group who meet every 3 months. The next meeting that we have, which I tend to host, has not Kevin De Bruyne, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? David Bernstein, the former chairman, as our special guest, and Blues in Business are very supportive of the sort of stuff that I do, which is very much appreciated. And of course to you, thank you. Happy New Year. Nice to see Kevin back, and is it great to be a Blue.